morning, shorty. Let me buy you coffee so you can feel good and you start with your day. Tell me what you want, cappuccino or latte or a hot chocolate. I don't mind what you say. Let me take you Starbucks, cause only $5. 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 Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, shorty, I'm on my way. I got the Dique coffee's one for you and next day. It's good to see me like that cause I had the Starbucks. I didn't pay too much, it cost only $5. Black coffee with the sugar, you know I like that. All I'm missing now is good girl with a big heart. If you're the right one, let me take you Starbucks. I'll buy you favorite coffee with no cups, just mugs. I'm so in love with the Starbucks every night. I had a dream with the girl on the logo last night. I look left cause I know I'll see her on my right, but then she disappeared as soon as I open the light. Good morning, shorty.
Spice is so gangster. What's the name of this album? Up the Spice.
Your boy, man.
Tell me what you want, cappuccino or latte or a hot chocolate. I don't mind what you say. Let me take you Starbucks, cause only $5. Let me take you Starbucks, cause only $5. Let me take you Starbucks, cause only $5. Let me take you
Just like
Starbucks,
American
only
bands.
$5.
You got a nice beat, you can dance to.
But you don't know how to best. I ain't gonna tell you the name until you go have a guess.
That's how you-
I need
like
you
the beat,
come
I like
back
the
and tell me
message.
what flavor it is. I'll be your best man until the day I start bleeding. Tomorrow is your turn, you better buy me
I didn't say it's just big. Nobody's doing like that.
Nobody's talking about Starbucks in rap.
Just pick up the phone and
I like
try to
that.
say what's up.
Not with love.
No, that was like super duper like
No, gang.
like so much of a fan.
Yeah, Franklin King.
He's like, oh, guess what, man? Don't mind if I did.
Let me take you Starbucks, cause only $5. Let me take you Starbucks, cause only $5.
It's that extra piece.
Yeah. That's the part that got me. Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
It's Product of the 80s. I'm your
Yeah.
host, Dique Scott.
And I'm your co-host, Mikey Make Everything.
And it's a show where two men from the 80s talk about things in the now. That song is the follow-up to his other hit, Let Me Take You to McDonald's.
Oh my God, this
Yeah.
guy just
Doing it.
loves corporate food.
Yeah. Hey. Man, what's we doing? Some Africa, if you haven't noticed. The Africans be killing it with the rap game.
They
lately,
have
yeah.
been. They have been
I've
lately.
been kind of feeling that.
It's
lately,
real good
you know.
stuff.
Word, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Word.
Just got off work. I'm kind of dusty, but let's go.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Let's get into it. Let's go into some headlines.
Headlines,
What's happening?
headlines,
Let's talk about it.
What's going on in the streets?
Lots going on.
What up, street?
headlines.
We're on the street. First we're on the street. Joe Uncle says it's on the street.
Straight from the streets.
Yeah. All right, getting into it. Ooh, a father allegedly shot his son on Thanksgiving after an argument over NFL players protesting.
Bang, bang.
And the kneeling. Yeah. That's not a time for all that, y'all. That's not time and place, but it's happening. Where this happened, in North Carolina, a man has been charged. He shot his 21-year-old
Yeah.
son over
Shot
this. Yeah, Mr. What's his name? 51-year-old Jorge Luis Valencia La Madrid.
Well, hey.
Shot his 21-year-old son, Esteban Valencia. And the thing is, his son was arguing with his other son. His two boys were arguing. And then when they started getting into it a little more, that's when the father kind of was like, this is going too far, and took out a shotgun.
This has gone too far. Let me shoot one of you guys.
Yeah.
Where's the logic in that?
There isn't any.
But this is like, okay.
That's the
Okay,
thing that's
first
crazy
off,
about it.
you should be able to debate any topic with your words and then not, end up in violence. But the fact that your father
Yeah.
steps in
Yeah.
with a weapon
Mm-hmm.
and he shoots you
Yeah.
over an argument
Yeah.
that you're
Now-
having with your brother.
Now I'm curious as to which one who shot, like the side of the argument, who was on which
Yeah,
side
yeah,
and
yeah.
who did he shoot, depending on. You know what I mean? Like that's the part that kind of kills me the most because I feel like that's just all relevant to this conversation.
Was he shooting the Republican side or the Democratic side of this conversation?
Yeah. You know what? This is what sucks about this is that it shouldn't even be Republican or Democratic issue.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, I phrased it.
Exactly. But that's what it is. But it shouldn't even be like, come on. It's like, well, Republicans think this, the Democrats think this.
Was it the Trump side or the Obama side of the conversation?
Are you the racist side or not racist side? That's pretty much what it is. Shouldn't be even that with Republican and Democratic. It's like, you racist or not? I don't know. That's the part that trips you up the most. So let's just think about this going towards in the holiday season. Like, don't shoot your family members.
Look,
you don't need to go to that.
I understand family can be pressing.
Yeah.
And I understand wanting to slap taste out your brother's mouth for just him being who he is. But you know, dad, stay out of it with weapons. Yeah. That's all I'm gonna say.
Talk peacefully with your family. We can use all these situations without.
I know they get on your last nerves, but I, you know, no shit.
He's not even like old. See now, he's only 51. He's not even at that crazy old.
Yeah, just put the weapons
you
down.
Know what I mean? Like that's,
I mean, it's,
maybe like 65, 70. That's what like they do from the generation. Like 51. Like man, you should know better. Like
you on the cusp of baby boomers. You're supposed to be, you know.
You don't need to. That's not your
fun loving, like chilling. People.
If you're like 80, it's like all right. That's kind of how you guys did your thing. But like
cantankerous old man.
Still dumb.
50, like
51.
You gotta figure it out, man.
Nah, that's bad. All right. Layoffs are hitting the NRA's media operation, NRA TV. Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, right
now. That a gun organization that should be about gun rights should start spewing out crap propaganda, but start losing funding and then not get anything, getting accomplished and start to fail.
I mean, you got to, tighten your belt up in a lot of places right now. There's been layoffs all over the place. I mean, everybody's, all these Republicans are like, ooh, it's got time to be careful, time to save. But it's like, that's just the politics of. That's just the politics right now. Actually, making all these news is making all these corporations tighten up. Yeah. Because tariffs. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, yeah,
and all those things. Everybody act like we were just gonna be able to coast through all the tariffs.
Yeah.
Conversations and stuff like that.
At the end of the day, everyone's gonna pull funding because they don't want to be associated with that crap. Especially when NRA TV starts. Like we got like Dana Loesch threatening journalists. And throwing out all this crazy madness, and they're like standing by their words of all the crazy stuff. They're like all the crazy madness and like Ritter, like borderline aggressive, like violent calls to arms to people. There are violent calls to arms, not even borderline. They are. Some stuff is definitely borderline, and then there's just stuff they did as just straight up. And it's like everyone's like, you know what? Nah, I don't want to be caught up in this. Like they don't want their money backed up in it because they know it's not worth it. Because these people are okay with people getting murdered and their
people
gun
get
rights
shot every day.
Even as much as people think about gun rights, they know supporting craziness like the NRA is just not good.
Especially after that lady went on the news and said, "My son made it home from Vegas, and he gets shot at home."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The collar has been put on NRA a while ago.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man, you guys got to chill out.
Yeah. So that's good. I'm just glad it's happening because it's a lot of people. Like people were paying for this content, even through like services, but even like people tell like Roku and like Amazon. It's like, yo, like, what are you doing? We don't want this, and so they stripped them off the network because like people are like, we don't want this crap. I'm paying for this.
Yeah.
So your dollars do speak, and I'm hoping this somehow translates into gun rights, like and how people view it and things going forward with policies, because people are already saying like, this is already obviously the majority support of our country is against this sort of thing. And we're speaking with your dollar, but of course people say the other stuff when they get on camera and do anything else.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's interesting to me.
But they said it like this: like they said, say there's 100 people, right? Say there's 100 people in a room.
Yeah.
Would you say one person in that room? This is being like hypothetical. One person in that room is dumb. This is hypothetical.
Yeah.
I mean, there's obviously more.
Yeah.
There's at least one in that room that's dumb, right? If you put that for all America, that's 3 million people.
Yeah.
Just 3 million people.
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of votes if you think about it.
Yeah, that counts. That'll sway something somewhere with somebody.
You know what I'm saying?
That's still numbers.
So I'm saying that's just the dumb side. So the people who are smart need to know how to, like you said,
okay,
make war with their dollars.
That's good. And this is a great segue into the next story. So Obama has been went to Rice University the other day to talk a bit, and he had some choice words about people's realities and their views of the media. So I'm gonna play a little clip here.
Whether it was Cronkite or Brinkley or what have you, there was a common set of facts, a baseline around which both parties had to adapt and respond to. And by the time I take office, what you increasingly have is a media environment in which, if you are a Fox News viewer, you have an entirely different reality than if you are a New York Times reader.
Yeah.
Dog. That's my man.
That is my man.
Thank you, Obama.
Thank you, Obama.
So that brings in the obvious. So that's an interesting point with this, because you can't have these debates sometimes with those people, or these small numbers that are done, but they still have heavy viewership, especially with people like Fox News, because Fox News has like high ratings. Here's the funny thing about Fox News. Everyone's like, well, that's why Fox News has such high ratings and like everyone else is failing. It's like, no, Fox News is the only source that all the dumb people go to. So every dumb person goes to it, where every smart individual looks at many different sources for information, so it spreads out. Yeah. It doesn't mean that you go to the one that's the most popular because you're right. Look, no, you guys are just so dumb. That's the only place you know where to go for news, and that's all you believe. You don't know how to look at any other source of news. That is actually a problem that they have such high ratings, even though that's only like across so many people. It's just interesting to me. Like,
I feel like Fox News ratings come from people like us, people who are doing research on how bad it is.
That's kind of a lot of it too. A lot of people have to look into this other part to know what kind of crazy crazy rhetoric is coming out of that station. Because if you want to understand right-wing conservatives that are so extreme to a point, that's all they follow. So if you want to understand their mentality, that's literally all you have to look at, because that's whatever they say is gospel.
You know that they're watching this.
Yeah.
So the people who have
and they're not even journalists.
No.
That's the worst part. There's probably like 2 or 3 people that are actually journalists, and I don't even know how Shep Smith even survives there.
They're shock jocks.
Yeah.
That's basically what they are. They get on TV and they just say shocking.
Yeah, and they know they're not journalists, but they talk like they are.
But they get paid like
Sean Hannity being the worst offender of all this. Yeah, he's not even a journalist.
They're like, we'll pay you.
Tucker Carlson is questionable on this.
We'll pay you tons of money to just say dumb stuff online.
Yeah,
on TV.
Yeah,
and that's basically what they do.
Yeah, it's aggravating, man. But to counter it, it's impossible at this point, because it's gone beyond the point of fact and reason. So these people are going to follow this no matter what. You can't, now it's to the point where they can't be silenced.
No.
People who just believe that are going to go with that. And that's kind of saddening, because there's no way to regulate that. And if you probably did something to take down Fox News, showing how fake they are, the information, people will be in an uproar. It's insane. But it didn't happen. Obama had a chance. Obama's talked about Fox News before, but he always kind of threw underhanded jabs at him, when he should have went for the knockout punch like Trump was trying to do with CNN. The thing is that like Obama has legitimate reasons to show how fake their information is, and he pulled punches. And like, now you should have went for the jugular, and he didn't. And now they're thriving and alive. Now we got a problem. Now we got a problem.
It's the education. You know what I'm saying?
That too.
When you were raised to check your sources.
Yeah.
And then double and triple check.
Yeah.
Then you don't believe in one source.
Yeah.
But now, like, you can go on Facebook and people think that that's the gospel.
Yeah.
Now you're getting all the news from that.
Oh, the Daily Caller. Oh, God, I didn't even start Daily Caller. Ooh, that's a terrible place. Yeah, it's just people have a horrible source of information. Or NRA TV.
But the scary thing is when the Onion puts out something, and it's really close to, like, what's really going on.
Yeah, when they just kind of spin it a bit to make it a joke, because the reality of it's so messed up that they can only apply so much to make it, not funny. It's crazy.
Speaking of which, hit him with the next.
Why you always lying? Oh my God, stop you lying.
Okay, y'all. We got some. This is good news.
This is good news.
I mean, remember we talked about this a while ago.
You've been talking about this.
Yeah.
I think since I met you.
Yeah.
Because it goes back to Magic Johnson.
Yeah. So.
We'll get to that once you hit him with the news.
Chuckle. So University of Washington wants couples to test a revolutionary new male contraceptive gel, which we have talked about this before about male contraception. We talked about it being a gel. The thing is, which they want, you just apply it under your arms. You have to put it on your junk. You just put it on your arms. And it works.
Deodorant.
And they're talking about it before, but now it's actually going to go through for testing. Now, this is still kind of a preliminary test before they can go on a really hardcore testing. So they're going to test in different cities, like L.A., Seattle, and then some other American cities. And then there's going to go international to, like, Kenya.
Yeah, it needs to go to Africa.
Scotland and Sweden and other places like that. But, yeah, so they're going to have, like, they're going to test more than 400 couples to start off with. and they're gonna the male has to test it daily. You're gonna check results of this. Now, apparently, this is supposed to kill your sperm cell count, but it's not supposed to kill your sex drive.
Oh,
That's the whole thing, yeah. And it's just a little topical gel. You throw it in your arms or your armpits or something.
But,
and that's
but when is science going to catch up to my idea that I've told you years ago?
Yeah.
I'm coining a term right now on radio and let you guys know what it's called. It's called the jabber.
That doesn't sound appealing, but go for it.
It's hilarious. This is hilarious.
You're losing me.
It's the jabber. It's just like the diabetes thing,
I already
right?
don't want it.
The diabetes thing. You still a little pinprick?
Yeah. He's like, I don't want that either.
No. Check it.
Right.
It's the pinprick that you do to your partner.
Yeah.
When your partner before you have sex with them.
Okay.
You be like, what do you have?
Yeah.
Oh, well, let's find out with this little thing called the jabber.
Yeah.
Hit your little butt because you don't know this person. This is like, one night stand type of situation. It's called the jabber.
What are you, Black Widow?
and they put their finger on the thing and take their blood thing and let you know if they have anything. If green means go, and you're ready to rock. I mean, I guarantee you, Magic Johnson would invest in that if I pitched it to him. Because I mean, he's the guy. He's the guy that lived.
You're the Ethan Hunt of sexual encounters,
right?
That's his spy stuff. That's funny.
I'm saying it's spy stuff. I'm saying Magic Johnson needs to go ahead and invest in the jabber. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, he cleared himself up. I know. And once again, like I'll say too, like I'm okay with this. I would totally try it. I'm like, okay, I'll be on board. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, like, it helps solve things. If it helps your partner not to probably have so many mood swings or deal with the other things, or the uncomfortability of having to, deal with this, with their cycle and all that stuff. And if all I gotta do is throw on the gel and we're all good, then like, I'll put on the gel.
But think about
if it smells funny, that'd be weird. Especially you get put in your armpits. I did think I was like, man, you might just smell weird. And people smell like, getting ready. It's like a special night, bud.
That's so funny. I wonder how many dudes are gonna be like, yeah, I took it, and the girls gonna be like, did you really take it?
Let me smell you.
No,
I got it on. Let me smell you.
Then why am I pregnant? I swear I was taking it. Oh, my bad.
And women know how their men smell too. They'll know if it's not. Like I know.
That's so funny.
Right on. I'm happy. Good way to go, scientists.
Scientists.
Yeah. Like,
come talk to me about the jabber. I got more ideas. We can go from there.
Yeah. All right, let's move it on, y'all. All right, so we live in the state of Oregon, and we like to talk about what happens here, especially when we're in a state of confusion. So we have a segment called Organized Confusion.
Organized?
Organized. It's one of my favorite rap groups of all time. All right, y'all. Whew. I didn't see this coming. I did, but I didn't think it's going to happen this soon and then this way and this fast. And there's some good parts and bad parts about this. Long story short, Portland Diamond Project announces plans to bring the Major League Baseball Stadium to Terminal 2. We get a baseball stadium.
I told you guys.
Out on Terminal 2.
I told you guys when Russell Westbrook and Sierra got involved, it was going to happen.
Yeah.
And the fact that we're going to have two teams here in Portland.
Yeah. But we're going to the majors though, dog.
I'm saying
majors.
We got two teams.
Yeah.
If we get the trifecta with the hockey.
Yeah.
And quadruple with we got MLB. I mean we got the soccer already.
Yeah.
We get the hockey too.
Yeah.
We got to build some roads.
Yeah.
We need some roads.
Well, that's the thing too. I'm glad they did it out there because they're gonna do it out from North Portland, right off at the old school site, right off of Broadway. It's not that far from my studio. If they did that, I would lose my film studio. I was mad.
You'd have been mad.
I mean, heated. I was like, no. And just think about, imagine if they had construction on there going on for years. It's already messed up around here. Oh, no, that's all bad. But yeah, bring it out there. Bring some money out there. They'll probably bring some more like industry because people probably want to cater to that stadium. So there's room for businesses out there to grow. Hopefully, we won't have other people come here and bring a corporate business out there. That'll be a big part. If people can expand and gain advantage of that locally, they mess up. If we ended up being like a bunch of Chili's and Applebee's and a bunch of other crap out that way, then we failed. There's a great opportunity for us to grow if it happens that way. I mean, I don't know. I have a feeling that I don't know if the same principle is going to apply like they did, like, say, at the airport or anything else, like with local business. But something has to be connected locally for that being built and to connect. And
I'm excited.
Drive.
I mean, I have a baseball team already, but the fact that I live here, I mean, it's going to be my team.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited about this.
Yeah, I am too. I think it's just something that we need. Granted, like, there's money coming for what's it's going to be like 45.
Baseball's a
45 acres.
A 9-month sport.
Yeah.
It's forever.
It's popular here. Stuff. I mean, we got the pickle season.
Hillsborough hops.
Yeah.
I mean,
people like it. People like baseball here.
Baseball's
great. Put it to that scale. A lot of people are Mariners fans here too. A lot of people just go deal with that. So I think a lot of our potential probably business or like local economy that's gone to Seattle for Mariners games could have been held here for the past 20 years.
And baseball players make millions and millions of dollars, millions of dollars.
I don't even get it.
They make NBA contracts look real weak.
Insane. No one even knows who they are.
That's a lot of money coming to Portland.
Yeah.
And then think about all the traveling teams. Think about how many people are on those teams.
Yeah.
Think about how many millionaires are on those teams.
Yeah. That'll bring something good. I'm all for it. I know a lot of people here don't care about sports, but I do. I think it's okay. You know what I'm saying? We need money.
A rosy revenue forecast for Oregon.
But who gets the money?
Yeah, who gets it?
Right?
Exactly.
Equally distribute that wealth.
Yeah. All right. Move forward. This hits home for me. Tenants are taking demands to management at Southeast Portland apartment complex. A group of approximately 100 tenants have demanded repairs are made to their Southeast Portland apartment complex, and they're threatening to withhold rent if their needs are met. Now, this isn't just any apartment complex. If you've lived here for a while, some of you know how infamous the Wimbledon Square apartments are off of 28th and Holgate. This is in there like, yeah, I know the Wimbledon. Yeah, everyone knows the Wimbledon. This is not surprising at all. I used to live at the Wimbledon. Yeah, they need to fix some stuff there. They do not care about you.
Wow.
Things are shot. They're charging you money. They make it presented like, oh, this is thing. We got this gym for you and all this other stuff. And nothing there works. Ain't nobody looking out. Everybody's breaking in there, doing weird stuff. That place is just made. The only thing, no offense to anyone that's there, but when I was there, only people that were there were drug dealers, bartenders, and strippers. That's it.
You was the bartender, so it makes sense.
Yeah. It was crazy. That place is nuts. So like I can see that. So I'm hoping that they get their money and their just due. Because I remember we weren't treated so well. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that place is just kind of notorious for issues. And it just goes on a long list of people who are just getting ripped off in this town by these groups.
By slumlords.
Yeah, it's slumlords, man. Like thinking like no one's gonna speak up, have a voice. When you got 100 people standing up saying I ain't gonna pay your rent, you know, bad things happen. Keep in mind also, Wimbledon Square lost a $20 million lawsuit earlier this year after a man was injured after falling through a walkway. Those walkways that's sketchy there. Yeah, $20 million.
Yeah, that's a nice little chunk of change.
Yeah. Woo. Watch out. Mm-hmm. Shout out to the Wimbledon.
And that's probably why the prices went up and nothing got fixed. They had to pay somebody else $20 million.
Yeah.
So
we just had a song. We're like, we gonna kick it at the Wimbledon-ease. Shout out to everybody. I used to know that.
What was that? Chingy?
I forget who it is. It's either that or Nelly or something like that.
It's one of the same STA.
It's something from that era.
Yeah. Ooh, that's so funny.
Yeah. All right. This is kind of a slight doozy. Oregon Health and Sciences University is responding to a Chinese researcher's claims of its first gene editing of babies. So the Chinese researchers has kind of gone against the grain against most scientists around the world, and he decided just to go ahead and make and birth these
two
gene edited babies.
Yeah.
Now this has been worked on for a long time, and no one's followed through. It's like we got a lot of work to do before we actually follow through with this. Yeah. He's like, man, do it. but he's like, but it's beneficial. The scientists like, we know.
But you know why China did it. You know why China did it.
They want to be the first to it.
Well, no, not because they want to be the first to it.
That's what he said.
Because they only get one.
Yeah.
So if you only get one, they want that one to be the greatest one of all time.
Yeah. The scientists.
That's why. That's why China. That's why China was like, no. We're gonna do this.
Well, China backed off and said we don't support this. But the scientist himself was just like, well, if I wasn't gonna do it, someone else is doing it. They're already doing it, so I'm gonna do it. Like one way to do it right before someone else does it. I guess there's some argument to be made for that because I think he's right. I'm sure there are some other scientists doing that. But if you're gonna go at the scale, if you want the rest of the world to accept it, that's probably still the wrong way. Two wrongs don't make it right.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that like OHSU is doing the same work. That's why I bring it up in local thing because OHSU is actually doing this work. Mm-hmm. But they're like, we're not doing it the same way he's doing it. But they're still doing the same work.
Have you seen the movie Gattaca?
Yeah.
This is the exact thing right here.
And the thing is, everyone's like, well, let's see what the problem is. Like, if they have to do it and the people are willing to let it happen, fine. But there is responsibility because you don't know how this affects the body. This still spreads. Like, you still create these human beings. These human beings can have offspring. Changes their DNA, changes their family's DNA, could spread out. And in a sense, it could be damaging in so many ways. I mean, you wonder how a zombie outbreak happens, like something like this. You just don't know. You don't know what you're creating in people's gene therapy and what could happen. You're mutating the human body, and that could spread and then mutate with other humans. That's where the responsibility lies. It's like if you think about just 2 babies, you have to think about ongoing.
No, Stephen Hawking.
It could be really bad.
Stephen Hawking and Bill Gates have both said that here shortly, half the planet is going to be dead from some mystery virus. Yeah. And they keep saying it. And the smartest guys keep saying it is because there's no regulations on how crazy or how whimsical the idea is nowadays. Everybody's like, oh yeah, go ahead and do it. Yeah. Why not? Yeah. Sure. Go ahead and do it.
Well, everyone seems to have this.
And there's some stuff needs to be regulated.
That there are certain laws that are just BS and that shouldn't exist. And I think personally there are some moral codes that should supersede that law. But there's a reason why law exists, and they still have to go about something. There has to be a compromise, a way to go about it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, otherwise you won't get your message across over time. Mm-hmm. People hear in the short term, but they see how you went about it and still look at you as wrong, and they'll still judge your morality about the way you went about it. And all of a sudden, your message gets lost due to your morality. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's what's happening with this guy. Yeah, your heart was in the right place because he's saying this could change. Mm-hmm. Thing like you could. The design these babies to not develop the HIV virus, just to prevent HIV.
Well, no, but that's
okay. That's great. I get it.
But you know they're gonna regulate it so that there's no autism. There's no short people. They're gonna be like they're gonna be able to get it down to like just like Gattaca. You want blue eyes or brown eyes.
Well, the thing is you can't.
How tall you want it? You know, you want it to be a sports star. Blah 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 blah. So it's like
the thing is you can't. Yeah.
It's gonna
mess with.
Yeah, it's weird.
You can't mess with that.
Once you start down that path, you know, slippery slope.
Real slippery slope. So yeah, I don't know. All right, going on. We kind of caught this in the last minute, but cops have mistakenly arrested and jailed a black man in Ashland. Police officials say they're apologizing after officers mistakenly arrested and jailed a man on Monday. Long story short, this happened on Monday night at 8 p.m. They got a complaint about harassment at a store. They found this African American male. They said there's a black man in a dark hooded sweatshirt. They found a black guy in a dark hooded sweatshirt, arrested him. They didn't really fully process and investigate the case right. Pretty much they didn't let him out until the next day. Like, oh, we got the wrong person. Now, some people were like, I was going through the comment section of this, and of course, everyone's like, well, so they found the suspect and they arrested him and did their job. I don't see the problem. No, the problem is that they didn't do their job. Even the police department admits that they messed up because they didn't properly investigate. Like, if they went and took a picture, like, hey, is this the guy who did it? No, this isn't the guy who did it. Okay, you're free to go. We don't have to hold you in jail for hours and just lazily go about our case. Let's just get this out of the way. Everyone's like, was he just arrested because he was black? Well, yeah. But not like, well, but because he's a black man doing, like, just because he's black. No, because they described black man, and that's all they saw, and that's all they took. They figured that's good enough. They didn't actually do any work. They probably figure, well, black guy, whatever, that's fine. He's probably doing this.
At least he didn't go missing in the system or get murdered like the rest of them.
Which happens a lot of places. If it wasn't any place other than Ashland, he probably would still be in jail.
But the fact that they admitted guilt, the police department means if I was him, they owe me a lot of money too. It won't just be oh, I'm sorry for wrongly arresting you. No. I want my check. Yeah. I'm not leaving until I get my check.
Yeah, I want some kind of justice.
I want my check. Yeah. No, you took time out of my life that I can't get back. Yeah. There's no price on that. Yeah. I'm wrongfully arrested. Yeah. I want my check.
Just undue process. Hey. It's just they didn't know they did their job wrong and they profiled in the wrong way, and the fact that they admitted it is good. But it obviously shows an error in policing and their stop policing what they're taught.
Hit them in their pockets. Yeah. Then make sure they won't do that again. Yeah. I bet you they'd be double and triple checking again.
But you can't say they're racist when they're saying we're saying the system is corrupt and messed up and that's how it treats us, which still needs to be corrected. I'm not saying he's like, look at this Negro, I'm going to arrest him. No, but the way he processed, the way the policing works leads us down this path where it's wrong. Because a simple check would have solved this problem, but he didn't. And therein lies the dilemma. We don't get the benefit of the doubt in these situations. We never do. Anyways, want to move on to the main topic?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's get into it.
Slaves built the pyramids. Slaves built the Parthenon. Slaves built America. Slaves, this is your song. Thank you. Slaves. Thank you. Slaves. Thank you. Slaves. Slaves, this is your song. Thank you. Slaves.
We're going to talk about a form of modern day slavery, everybody. I'm going to spin this around. So, recently you may have heard of a rapper named Tekashi 6ix9ine and his legal battles. Now, What I want to talk about in this issue is this charge, which is racketeering. Now, I have an interesting take on this because that's one of the main charges he's getting, and seeing from these charges is the racketeering charge. Now, racketeering, for those who don't know, is pretty much a broad way to associate a criminal with the crime. Racketeering was invented mainly for mobsters. Invented for mobsters who were mainly could be touched because they weren't directly connected to a crime. So they're like, hey, I want you to whack Tony. But it's like, well, I didn't do it. He did it. You know what I mean? But like, no, you gave the hit. You're paying this person money, and you're kind of getting this whole thing. So you're associated with that murder because you're still in charge of putting that.
The RICO was established just so they could take down the mobsters, so they could take down the whole group. Yeah. Not just one person.
Exactly.
And that's the point you were leaving out. I was trying to make sure I put that in there.
Yeah. But the thing is, they're still focused on him because how do we get him?
Yeah.
Because of course they're using it to take down an organization, but they're using an example.
So basically, they see a person that they want to take down.
Yeah.
But they're like, well, if I can't just get to that guy because he can just pay off everybody around him, all I need is that underling.
Yeah.
All I need is the lowest man on the totem pole, and I can get everybody.
Yeah.
That's what it was made for.
One thing. Yeah.
And it's like with Bobby Schmurder.
Yeah.
Getting that RICO basically from being on the rap song, basically telling all my friends are murderers, and you should arrest them. But leave me alone because I'm just a rapper.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't happen. That's why Bobby Schmurder doing a hard time.
Yeah.
Now, segue.
To get back on track though, I'm going to get to the point made for the story.
Yeah.
Is that he's getting paid by a company himself.
Mm-hmm.
So, can we not kind of throw in the argument that these companies who promote and give money to these artists and these idiots running around literally doing crimes to get more famous, should they not be held accountable as well, since they're literally financially backing all these crazy antics?
Yes, because...
And that's when I call it modern day slavery, because they themselves are literally throwing them out there to do this work, collecting all the money, and everything else, when it's all said and done, they can wipe their hands clean. They're literally just using these men as slaves. Like, because they're and these idiotic fools are just going for it. But I think they should be held responsibly legally.
It's a pyramid. It's like a pyramid scheme.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's basically like a pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
It's like you do so and so and so and so, and you hire whoever you want to do these things.
Yeah.
We'll pay you set amount. You can distribute the money however you see fit.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we don't have to, nothing happens to us.
Yeah.
But you don't have to do stuff.
Clean.
You know
Tekashi 69's record label was like,
But
I'm sure they gave money. He was like, yo, I want to fly to Chicago and do all this crazy stuff. They're like, oh, cool, here's this. We'll get you security. We pay for all these people. Cool, we'll send you out there. We'll make sure it's cameras there for you.
Yeah,
I'm more than positive they set him up with all these things.
He's a social media troll.
Yeah, they know they're making money off of that buzz.
He's a social media troll.
Yeah.
Like anytime somebody's getting paid to basically be online being outrageous, the people that are paying that person to be outrageous should be held accountable.
And it's
as well
known that a lot of people get paid for these. Like, it's well known that a lot of companies are paying a lot of these people. Boom gang. That's exactly what I was thinking of as well.
That guy running around here robbing everybody on camera on purpose was getting funded from Instagram.
Yeah.
Because of how many followers he got.
You know how much money?
Or how many views he got.
Yeah, you know.
The way that he got those diamond teeth. That's how much money he's making.
You know how much? You know how much his net worth was when he was doing all that Instagram stuff? $1.2 million.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
for doing crimes on camera. You get paid by corporations to do crimes on camera.
Yeah.
And your net worth $1.2 million.
Yeah.
How are they not held accountable for these?
You mean to tell me that somebody who is making $10,000 a year or less, trying to support a family, won't just think of something crazy to do online just so they can get the views up, just so they can pay their bills?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
But I wanted to do hood rat stuff for my friend.
Like smoking with cigarettes.
That's messed up. So the thing. So even get back to this Tekashi 69 thing is that like this is for real though. Like this is for real. It's
25 to life.
And it's a federal case.
Yeah, you can do a fair time.
They already have all they need. This wouldn't even been begun if they didn't have what they didn't need already. And I'm more than positive this started years ago. I'm sure this investigation started years ago.
Because he's been in and out of jail for forever.
Yeah,
he's always been in jail. And then there's been obvious pictures of him in blue clothes.
Yeah.
Meaning that he was in another gang, he switched up and went all blood gang for this like type of popularity.
Yeah.
And this is what happened.
Yeah, they're setting a new example with him too. I think they're gonna go harder on him than they gone on anybody.
Of course, they're gonna throw the book at him.
Yeah, they're just gonna be like, nah, not this thing. Like we're getting you, we're making sure you're gone for life.
Because think about Bobby Shmurda.
Yeah.
Well, how long
they
did he
want
get?
him back?
Bobby Shmurda got like what 8 years?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, still a lot of time for a rapper.
Yeah.
But they're giving this guy 25.
Like, we're gonna nip this one in the butt.
25 to life.
We're gonna teach all of them. Yeah. Because he's one of the worst ones. Because he doesn't mind telling everyone the SSD.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He'll just throw it out there.
He's like, I'm a troll. But then, but now he's got his lawyer saying that, I just did the gang stuff because that's what they was paying me to do.
Yeah, I'm sure that's partially true.
Obviously, it's true.
But that's what, well, you know, gangsters kind of get paid to do gangster stuff.
Right.
So you kind of just admit you're a gangster.
Right.
So you're a gangster lawyer?
Yeah, right.
Like that, it kind of doesn't prove your point.
No.
It's kind of like, no, that makes it even worse, actually. Because
he's
you're supposed to have a moral
actually
code.
a pretty nice guy. He
That's
got
the
caught
worst.
up in the thing.
That is the worst. Everyone's like, well, he's a good kid. No, he isn't. What do you mean he's a good kid? Logic is a good kid. James the Rapper's a good kid. Takeshi's last night, for one, he's not a kid. He's a grown man. Especially after he likes to get up to him like, yo, I'm a man, dog. Well, you just set that up. He just go, no excuses. I'm sick of people saying like, who's a good kid? You just messed up, got caught up. You get the gas face. That's whack. No way, man. And so like, and I think that's happening is like, this is gonna change things. Instagram stuff's gonna change. Your Jake Pauls and you Catch Me Outside girls, other people try to come like that. I think a lot of them are gonna be like, ooh. Now that these are the stakes, now that this is happening, 25 to life, nobody wants to touch this now. A lot of corporations, a lot of labels are not going to throw money at these people. They're probably shortening the budgets on some of the people they're already doing it with, or they'll be like, "Yo, you need to pull back for a little bit. We're going to wait till this simmers down." Or what they should do is be like, "Hey, here's some money. Maybe you should actually make some music. Maybe we can sell that. I guess we're supposed to be selling music. I guess we'll give you some money for that. Maybe we'll give you some producers and writers and see if you actually have some talent. Oh, wait, you don't? Wait, why are we even messing with you? All right, later."
The craziest thing is, I have people saying that now that he's locked up and they didn't really like him.
Yeah.
But now that he's locked up, they'll give a listen to his music. And now they saying that they listen to his music, they're like, I actually kind of like the new album. I'm like, you guys are trash. And really?
No.
So now that he's not a troll anymore,
Yeah.
now that he's not annoying and in your nerves anymore,
Yeah.
you can actually take a listen to his music.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah. That's stupid.
Get out of
And
here.
his music's still not that great.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like Kanye's verse on the new song,
Yeah.
but that's all I can say.
Yeah.
I mean, the first time I heard it, I don't know if I like it now,
Yeah.
but I liked the verse the first time I heard it. I was like, oh, wow, this is pretty good.
That's pretty nice of you.
But only reason why I heard that song is
Yeah.
because I have to play a certain playlist for work.
Yeah.
And then when I open in the bar.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I got to listen to this playlist every time I open the bar. Let's see what's on this playlist this week.
Yeah.
First song on there.
Yeah.
Tekashi 6 now. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to listen to it because that's Kanye in it because I never heard it. But
I tried for like 2 seconds and I was like, I'm done.
I can fast forward through his verse,
Yeah.
get to Kanye's verse, and then I can turn the song off because then Nicki Minaj comes on. And I really don't want to hear her.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, they're all trolls.
Yeah. You heard that video of him putting that hit on that dude?
What?
All right. That little clip. This fool, so he recently got caught. It's like, he was like, I don't be doing no gangster stuff. He's pretty much Tekashi was in front of a hotel room. He's on video, and he's pretty much talking to somebody and talking about like, oh, I got a 30-pack on him. He's literally admitting that having a hit. A 30-pack means $30,000, everybody. That means he's putting a hit on me. And just listen to it, and you'll hear it.
Yeah. Where you at? You gonna be in your crib or you gonna be in social hotel? Huh? You gonna be in your crib or you gonna be in social hotel or something? Where you gonna be at? I got a 30-pack right now, bro. 30-pack. Swear to God, I got a 30-pack, bro. What's up, family? What's up, family? What's going on, family?
So I don't understand. The thing is, there you have it, and this is what the FBI, this is what federal agents look at, and they look at stuff like this
Because you can't
really
walk around with more than $10,000 undeclared cash on you.
Well, you can't be talking about putting $30,000 hit on somebody on camera.
Well, no, I mean, I think he was just saying he had $30,000 on him, but
No.
you still can't. You're still not supposed to be have $30,000 on you either.
Either way, he's still like, I got 30 pack on his
Either
head.
way, the government's like, hold up, I want a piece of that money.
You're just putting that stuff out there. They pay attention to that stuff, and yes, they use this stuff as evidence against you.
Of course they do.
So those people out there Instagram doing dumb stuff, yeah, they pay attention, and that's all just adding up to get you. Don't play that game. It's a dangerous game.
Yeah.
I want to do it because it's fun. Fun to do bad things.
That's what they think.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks it's
And
fun
so
to do
it's not
bad
fun.
things until you're in jail.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of idiots, let's talk about whose man's is this.
Man's is this? I need to know.
Whose man's is this? Whose man's is this? Whose man's?
I've had a lot of food in my life, a lot of spicy food. I've done the Great Balls of Fire Challenge at Salvador Molly's. I eat like lots of hot peppers. I like all that good stuff. That's my thing. One thing I will never do, I never consider, and I don't think anyone in the culinary world has ever considered, is putting tear gas on their nachos. Apparently, that's supposed to taste good. Let's just listen to the Rob Colburn, who's a former Border Patrol deputy chief, and hear what he has to say about this.
They fired the tear gas. Is that warranted?
Absolutely, and to clarify, the type of deterrent being used is OC pepper spray. It's literally water, pepper, with a small amount of alcohol for evaporation purposes. It's natural. You could actually put it on your nachos and eat it. So it's a good way of deterring people.
For one, I would like to call him out in his choice words of nachos in the situation, seeing how we're dealing with the Latin immigrants trying to make it here. Two, they got tear gas. They still were burning. Like, there's nothing pleasant about this. Baby, they're choking, they're sick. There's nothing that justifies about that. You can't, now you're, at first it was like, nah, we didn't, no, that wasn't tear gas. Oh, we didn't tear gas them until, no, that was fake. So, all tear gas isn't that bad. And the fact that people, swings around to our story earlier, the fact that people can listen to these people lie over and over again and create different scenarios once all the facts come out and still not care about the facts and not believe that their sources are lying is mind-blowing. How do you not see all this?
Put it on your nachos
and eat it. Yeah. Like, How do you put it on your? You can put it on your nachos and eat it.
So pepper spray.
It's
pepper
quite.
spray,
Yeah.
Pepper sprays are jalapenos,
Yeah.
but you're
It's quite natural, actually.
Quite natural.
Get out of here! All right, yo, bro. Come.
If
I want
it's
you to
so-
come
yeah,
somewhere.
yeah.
I'm gonna put some tear gas in your nachos. I want to watch you eat them. I seriously want to challenge them. It's like, no, then do it. Then shut up. If not otherwise.
Yeah.
That's a load of crap. That is insane to me.
Put it on your nachos.
Yeah, and the fact that like the news hosts couldn't even it's like, you're just gonna let them say that? No, they can't. They don't care. It is this whole thing. Even all of Fox News, like all of Fox and Friends, all these people are so downplaying this topic.
I can't even watch stuff like that. When I heard about the news with the refugees and them getting tear gas and there's children out there and these people are trying to escape what's going on.
Yeah.
From and to go someplace better. Like I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If people are getting murdered left and right near me, I'm gonna escape to the next place that isn't supposedly murdering people.
Yeah.
And then you tear gas me?
Yeah.
Because I have nowhere else to go?
Yeah.
What kind of humanity is that?
Well, it's God-fearing country built off Christian principles. Like turning away refugees who need help and asylum. Sounds familiar, Christians? Sounds like your leader. I don't know.
It's like you can just say no.
Yeah.
Where's the violence?
They gotta say no with force because that's the only thing.
No with force.
That's the only thing certain people understand. That's the worst part about it. That is their response. Even like the funny thing is that they're trying to say how inhumane these people are and how horrible they are. Yet that the acts they're committing against them are the most atrocious. And I'm still waiting to see them attack us and hurt us in this situation. I haven't heard of any Americans getting hurt by this.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say.
Oh, man's is this?
This is the same people who used chemical warfare, basically.
Yeah.
Here's smallpox Indians. Let me get this land from you.
Yeah.
here's all these other different diseases.
Yeah.
That's like. Okay, let me get this land from you though.
Yeah.
Let me kill all you off and take your land, but then now that people want to come back to this land, it's not okay, and they tear gas you.
Yeah.
This is trash, man.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
We're trash. Go USA. Now, I love this country. It was like, you don't like it too much, get out. Well, apparently you don't like it so much because you've been complaining about the comers. Why didn't you get out when Obama was here?
I guarantee.
Because it's my country. It's God's country. In other words, this is a white man's country. I don't have to leave. I didn't want to just say it. I feel a lot better if the verbal just came out.
If they didn't have the receipts from them bringing us over here in the first place, they tried to kick us out and deport us too.
Yeah.
But they brought us over here.
Yeah.
So now we're here and they can't really do nothing about it besides kill us in the streets.
Yeah.
Like they've been doing.
Yeah.
This is trash, man.
All right. Moving forward.
Oh, man's is this?
The man who doesn't believe in climate change, Trump, has very awesome choice words about his own administration giving him information about climate change. Even this is his people. That's the worst part. He's like, I don't trust him, and it's like when literally everyone is telling you. So we'll just hear him talk about it, and we'll respond.
I've seen it. I've read some of it, and it's fine. Yeah, I don't believe it. You don't believe it? No, I don't believe it. And here's the other thing. You're going to have China and Japan and all of Asia and all of these other countries, addresses our country. Right now, we're at the cleanest we've ever been. Wow. And that's very important to me.
Big lie.
But if we're clean, but every other place on earth is dirty, that's not so good. So I want clean air, I want clean water, very important.
Well, we don't have that.
No, not even close.
We don't have clean air, we don't have clean water. That's kind of the whole point. Now, a lot of people don't. And then even then, and here's the best part about it. If you believe that that's an issue, then if it's not clean and not happening, then you're admitting to it. Then you admit that there is a problem. But you don't believe there's a problem when it comes to you. Second of all, climate and weather is different. And then on top of that, you're kind of throwing a little bit of state of like pollution, which is affecting climate change, but it itself, like other forms of pollution that he's thinking about, talking about other countries, still don't necessarily apply to this. He's so all over the place. It's just admit, man, you're in people's pockets, and you just don't want to do it because you're gonna lose some dollars. You've already proved you're willing to morally bankrupt yourself after the Khashoggi murder. That you don't care if it comes down to the money and the stance. You don't care. You'll do it. Just admit it with this. That's the worst part about it. I'm just saying,
it was a tornado warning in Portland this week.
Yeah.
And people not saying anything about, it's obviously things are changing in the weather and in the world because of how bad people are treating the planet.
Yeah.
And you don't want to tell me that it's climate change?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. And we've had one here before too, but that was a long time ago. And that's a freak thing. But the fact that it's becoming more,
it's coming more of a consistent thing.
Yeah.
This is the second time this year that it's almost happened.
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
I left I left Tornado Alley.
Yeah.
That's Indiana all the way through down to Oklahoma and all that area. That's where the tornadoes come.
Yeah.
And one's hit my hometown a couple times.
Yeah.
Where I'm from. And I left them. I don't have to worry about tornadoes anymore. Yay.
Yeah.
They come out here and now it's becoming more of a common thing.
Yeah. Crazy.
He's a habitual line stepper.
Keep an eye on this one. Cause I'm not too stoked on the fact that the one person who's most important, the one person we need to believe just doesn't. It's like, the thing is, I honestly believe he doesn't believe it. Like,
he doesn't believe it?
For once I'm thinking, he's just being evil and he wants money. It's like, no, dude, I think you're really dumb and you don't.
Well, no, I think it's both. I think he doesn't believe in it, and B, the people that are paying him to say that it's not around, it's worth more money to him than it is to even actually care about it.
But I think
he's like, I'll be dead before it actually affects anything, so it doesn't really matter to me, so it shouldn't matter to any of the people that are paying me,
Yeah. All right.
It's ridiculous.
You want to talk about what's racist in the world?
And we might as well.
All right, everybody. We have a little segment where we talk about racist things that happen, and we call it simply "That's Racist."
Hi, Hira. How you doing?
Your boy Banks is back. Got the fight.
Hi, Hira. How you doing? I know that you're hating on me. The more that you hate on me, the more that I do my thing. Hi, Hira.
Shout out to your boy Banks.
Is that your favorite artist right now?
Nah, yeah, I'm just feeling it today. I switch it up. All right. An ex-police chief is getting 3 years in prison for flaming black men. Thank God for the justice. 3 years, what?
3 years.
But I'll take 3 years over 0. But 3 years? Give me a break. Anyways, Raimundo Tessiano, who's from Biscayne Park Police Department in Miami-Dade County, was sentenced by a federal judge after pretty much
just framing everybody.
Yeah, but ordering his department. And 4 other officers pled guilty. He pled guilty and 4 other officers pled guilty themselves. But he pretty much was seeing bad numbers for crime statistics, for robberies, etc. So he's like, hey, if you just pick up any black men on the street, frame them for these crimes. Make sure they get these, frame them for these crimes so we can make our numbers look good. So we get more funding for our department. Motivated by money. Horrible, right? Not even for justice. Money. And so after doing this, the funny thing about this is that after he's I think he had 30 or 40 cases solved within a year or something like that, which is really good for them. Dude, the next year after he retired, like after he had stepped down, all this came about, 0. They didn't solve any crimes whatsoever. None. And the worst part is there's people that are like, well, see, that it shows he was doing his job. No, it shows there's obviously just some discrepancies in the system. 2, it's already pled guilty to it, so that's there's no argument there. But no one wants to listen to that because people don't care about the facts. They want to see their own truth.
I think he's committing a crime.
Yeah.
And y'all okay with him committing the crime?
Yeah. People still don't care. People just here's the thing. People were just happy that he did it. People didn't care how he did it. They were just happy he did it.
When he's elected, to uphold the law.
Yeah.
Like, how does this not make sense to you?
Yeah.
And how does he get 3 years?
Yeah.
When you have co-conspirators, A.
Yeah.
And then all saying that actually happened 4 people.
Yeah.
And then now
diplomatic community is how you get it.
All the cases and stuff.
Just been revoked.
Man.
Yeah, that's how you get it. Because he's got that
So
thing.
ridiculous.
They're homies like that. He used to walk off. It's like, oh, I know you. We're good.
That's
you know,
racist,
walk away.
by the way.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I'm going to give him one of these.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go take my throne, because I'm a shoo-in for Hater of the Year.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw him in the hat. I'm going to do a Hater of the Year. And I'm throwing him in. He's a nominee. Because that's insane. Because that's working in the system. You didn't even have to. It's not even dangerous. Not even life.
He did it for the check.
Yeah, it wasn't even a life-threatening thing. It's just like, I just did it. Like, just, and it's like, well, we're black, we'll be easy, gay wave. That's just dig deep, baby. The casualness of it is what kills me. it's casual, you know? Yeah. All right. So, NFL safety Eric Reed, who some of you know, used to play for the San Francisco 49ers, a teammate of Colin Kaepernick, who also protested with him, but who actually landed a position back in the NFL, has not it's not been an easy transition back, because apparently he has been drug tested 6 times in 8 games. That is insane. They say it's random testing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
A lot of players on the team, a lot of tests, and a lot of other players have not been remotely close to tested 6 times within 8 games.
How is 6 out of 8 random? They can't even. That doesn't even fit the definition in the glossary.
Yeah. Some jerk on the internet was like, "Well, if you look at this and that, it's like, shut up, man. You're trying to apply numbers to it. It's like, dude, get out of here with that. You know damn well what's going on." Yeah. 6 out of 8. Well, many players in the league. It is just so obvious. Just happens to be this one. And obviously, if he hasn't tested guilty for anything, I don't know what they're looking for. I don't know if they're being tipped off or something.
No, think about it.
They just want to get him. They figure like at some point.
Think if Cap took a job.
Yeah.
Think if Cap took a job at any one of these NFL teams. You think they wouldn't still be out to get him?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure they would. I'm sure they try to find something.
No, of course.
And the thing is with this, and he's still kneeling, by the way, in case you're wondering. He's still protesting. The only thing that's changed. He's still protesting. But I think what kind of disturbs me a little more about it is that it's so calculated and it's so obviously mandated from the higher ups when it's chosen. And I think they know how this looks. And I don't think they care.
No, they don't.
Especially on this time, because this is the time, like halfway through the season, this is where the body starts breaking down for a player. Yeah. And I know that they know that they know other players are using certain drugs. And then they know who they could bust.
Yeah.
But they're figuring, well, this is probably about the time where the body starts breaking down. He's probably having pains. He might be smoking some weed. He might be doing this or that.
CBD is known for helping your body out.
But they know like he's probably got
like
something we can get him on that's in pain. Like if we just keep going, eventually he's gonna need it. Oh, he's just gonna suffer and hurt all year, and that probably takes some other alternative medicine like weed or something to help him get through the season. So it's like a game of cat and mouse, really. We're like, well, you gotta take something at some point because your body's hurting. We'll get you when you do.
You mean to tell me that Gronkowski he's just out there, just a talented individual? You mean to tell me
he is talented, but I'm not like he's got a little something.
But I'm saying, like, you mean to tell me he ain't take nothing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta look at people like that that big that have been doing it this hard for this many years. I get it for the first 5, maybe even 6 seasons.
Yeah.
But like 10, 12 seasons, bro.
Yeah.
Come on,
yeah.
bro.
He's been around for a minute.
You're not just a freak of nature.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Let's figure this stuff out.
Yeah. Let's keep an eye out for this. I'm gonna keep an eye out for this. I'm interested to see where his career goes even further with this, or even what he says. When he's not. After the season, because a lot of times I like to see he's just focused on the season and whatnot. I'm pretty sure he'll have some words after the season's over about his experience. So we'll keep an eye on that. Anyways, the changing police narrative of why a black man was shot to death in Alabama Mall. So some of you may have heard a couple days ago on Hoover, Alabama, a man named Emantic Bradford, goes by EJ, was shot in a mall. There was a shooting inside of a mall, and he was apparently escorting some people out while doing this. He's a citizen. I believe he was in the armed services as well. And he is a licensed gun owner, concealed weapons permit owner. And so he was apparently escorting people out while this is happening, like under cover of fire or whatever. And the police saw him and shot him. Then he looked twice and think about it, they just shot him straight up. So for one, let's just throw that good guy with the gun out the window, because we got a black security guard that got shot, that's doing my thing. The black man that got shot doing my thing. Let's just also say that you just want to shoot black men the way they're unarmed or not. You're always perceived as a threat. We will shoot you on sight. We don't care.
Where's the NRA?
Yeah.
When this stuff happens?
They don't care. I mean, black.
No, seriously. No, where's the NRA?
Where they gone?
Every other thing, they're like, oh yeah, keep your guns and everything like that. But when two black men get shot, both of them armed services, both of them, one of them security guard doing his job, the other one just able to carry because he's a military veteran.
Military veteran's son gets shot at by a fireman.
And gets shot.
Can't do it. Get called.
But NRA doesn't come march, doesn't come do. There's no funding to the family. None of that.
Yeah. So anyways, cell phone. So everyone's been waiting for video to come out for this, and the police haven't released it yet. But I caught wind of a cell phone video that was online, and from a news report. So I'm gonna play you a bit of this news report so you get an idea what's happening, because you hear some of the audio from somebody talking to kind of give a voice to the incident, because witnesses were saying that, hey, he was escorting people out. No one believes it. This guy was there right after it happened, shooting it. And then you can find this video online at certain news websites, but it's not on YouTube. But I'll try to get more. Anyways, listen in.
In their latest statement, they insisted that Bradford was holding his gun when they first responded at the mall.
They just killed that man in cold blood. They just seen that man had a gun on him. They shot that man down for no reason.
Witness video shows the aftermath. E.J. Bradford shot by police at the River Chase Galleria Mall.
The police seen that boy got a gun. He probably got a gun license and everything.
Bradford was armed. The 21-year-old had a legal concealed weapons permit. At first, police in Hoover, Alabama insisted he had wounded two people earlier at the mall. They quickly backpedaled. Bradford was not the gunman. The real gunman remains at large. At Birmingham.
There you go. Yeah. And they keep changing the story. They changed the story like 4 times since, like, well, he brandished the gun in a certain way. It's like, well, maybe he didn't. Well, maybe it looked like this. Like, well, I guess he didn't. And no video of anything. No, they're like, apparently, there's another interview with the police chief or some representative of their police force who's like, well, we handed everything over to the federal investigators, so it's all in their hands now. It's like, okay, how'd you hand it to them and what condition was it in? And I'm curious about these other things. Because it's not like police haven't covered things up before, especially when it comes to video. And so I'm just worried about that. That scares me, man. So yeah, look out for each other, y'all. Keep taking those videos and don't be silent, because they're trying to get us out here. Anyways, we got to start wrapping up the show a little bit. We'll brighten up a little bit. Let's talk about some pop culture. All right, y'all. Netflix is at it again.
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
It's a bad thing. The Netflix is trying to turn Cowboy Bebop into a live-action series, and I ain't having it. This is whack. I love that. I love Cowboy Bebop.
The only way they can do Cowboy Bebop, but like the right way, is to get Keanu Reeves to be the main
And they
character.
can't afford Keanu Reeves, so it's not going to happen. So it's going to suck.
That's the only way. That's the only way.
You got to find me an unknown otherwise.
That's the only way I can see this actually working.
Yeah.
I know Keanu Reeves was Neo, but that role wasn't supposed to be for him either. That's supposed to be for Will Smith.
What about the Adam Driver dude? The dude, the guy, Kylo Ren.
No.
Nah, he's not cool enough.
Nope. He's too big.
I liked him in Black Klansman, though. That's the only thing that convinces
me. I like
me.
him in that, but he's too big.
He is too big.
You need a wispy,
he needs to slim up a little bit.
Skinny guy with long hair.
Yeah, we're talking about the main character, Spike Spiegel. Who was based on this very famous Japanese actor who's just as cool. If you see pictures, guys like, man, that guy is cool. Like Spike Spiegel.
Gotta be Keanu, man.
So here's the thing. Here's the other actors. I looked at this website, and here's some people suggested as other actors. This is going down this trash list. Andrew Garfield.
Nope.
No.
He couldn't even be Spider-Man.
I liked him as Spider-Man though, but you can't be Spike Spiegel.
They didn't let him. They didn't let him be Spider-Man. They were like, well, we're good on that.
Give him a chance. Joe Keery, who is the cool kid kind of guy in Stranger Things.
I can see that.
Who was kind of bad at first, as a jerk, then became cool. Yeah,
I can see that, but he's still kind of young.
Yeah,
and he's already on a Netflix series.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Lakeith Stanfield, young African American actor who played L in Death Note.
He's actually really good.
I think I could see him doing it persona wise.
Yeah,
but I don't know if he'll still fly in a sense.
That would be dope, but I don't know if if the racists will let it happen.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Even it's a fictional character.
I know, right?
It's like,
it's like they wouldn't let Idris Elba be James Bond, but he's actually from Great Britain, and he's perfect for the role.
Yeah,
but whatever.
Doesn't matter. Some dude named Aaron Taylor Johnson next. And some dude named Ross Butler next.
Don't know who that is.
Yeah, and then Shia LaBeouf.
He got to get real skinny, but I let him do it. I let him try. It's Shia, man.
Spike Spiegel's cool.
He's done some cool stuff, man.
Cool. Yeah,
he's done some cool stuff in the past. I feel like this could bring back Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah,
and they make him like he can be back to being cool again.
Oh, somebody! Oh, he needs some milk.
He do need some milk, though.
Just saying. Just saying, dog.
There should be a longer list. There should be a lot of unknowns.
Yeah.
There should be a lot more unknowns.
It has to be an unknown otherwise. I can't really think of anybody right now.
You gotta do like
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Find somebody who does a couple. No, he's too well known.
Yeah.
You need somebody who's done some indie / like maybe one starring role so far that has that demeanor and the whole vibe down.
I don't know who a lot of these new cats are, so I guess that's my fault not doing the work. Still, I don't know. All right, moving forward. Well, the last little piece. Get Out, director Jordan Peele. He's ready to produce a brand new remake of the movie Candyman. Who do you think should play Candyman?
Oh my God, the same guy who played Candyman. 'Cause that guy's terrifying.
Yeah, he's still around.
He's got to be still around.
Yeah.
And shout out to shout out to James Earl Jones for staying alive long enough to do Mufasa again.
Exactly.
By the way.
Yeah.
But back to Candyman remake.
Yeah, but also I think she wants to do it. Dude, I forget his name. The guy who played Omar.
Oh,
in The Wire.
Yeah, that guy would.
That's my vote. Yeah,
he would be great.
Perfect. You
but I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if Michael. His name is Michael. He's from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I don't think he would want to do that.
Why not?
You know what I think they should get? I think they need to get a guy from the South.
Yeah.
They need a guy.
Yeah. Kind of needs to be playoff. Yeah.
With like.
Yeah.
They need a big guy from the South.
Yeah.
That could just be terrifying.
Yeah.
You know, because like think about it, the people that were in Get Out.
Yeah.
You didn't really know.
Yeah.
But you were scared.
Yeah.
You were very scared of that the black dude that was just running.
Yeah.
He was just running.
Yeah.
And you were terrified
Get
of that
guy to play Candyman.
Right? I'm saying. Jordan Peele's got a great eye. He picked great people for Get Out. I feel like he's gonna do a great job.
And I like he's gonna do this too, because he's placed it in Chicago, but he's gonna make it modern, but he's gonna deal with issues of gentrification. Mainly because I think it's interesting because the first movie dealt with issues of race issues because it was based off of obviously, if you know the story, Candyman,
but the
slavery and interracial relationships and stuff.
Candyman,
which I think he got with Get Out. It's like, okay, I'm gonna place it to gentrification. So I'm wondering how he's gonna use not that I'm saying he's gonna try to apply a message. I'm sure there's gonna be some subtext there though.
The Chicago Candyman wasn't as scary as the New Orleans Candyman.
Yeah.
Because the New Orleans Candyman was really, really slave-tastic.
Yeah.
The one in Chicago was like, it's gang stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
Heard you looking for Candyman.
Yeah.
What are you doing over here, white woman? We'll kill you.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But the New Orleans one, scary. All those bees.
Yeah.
And then like, they had the Creole and they had the people saying all this stuff you can't understand as it is.
Man.
And you hit that swamp nearby.
Dog,
it's just scarier.
Dude, I could not use a public restroom for years after that movie. I was like, nah.
I hated
I would use the restroom, go to the public restroom in the park or something like that. My brother would run in there and be like, Candyman. I'm like, That's like zip up and run.
That was the worst. Like being in public restrooms and having somebody say the words.
Oh man, I was freak out. I couldn't do it. I was like,
I would always
get
run.
together. Time like shut off the lights. I would lose my mind.
That was the scariest thing.
I was like,
ever.
he's coming to get me because my brother's messing around in here.
Playing
with Candyman.
With the hook hand?
Yeah.
With the hook hand? With all those bees?
Shut up, Candyman.
Terrifying.
All right, man.
Terrifying.
Word. All right. It's our time. Guess we gotta go home. We gotta let everyone else go home too. Otherwise, I'll do this for longer. Shout out to the crew in the booth, Larissa and Kevin. Thanks for helping us put on the show. Yo, man, shout out to you too, Mikey. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, word up. Shout out to all y'all that tune into us and listen. I appreciate all the support I've been getting lately. Everything's going swell. So, yeah, thank you very much. Check us out very soon on a video format, hopefully with this show. And if this is that show, what up, YouTube? Anyways, thank you very much. We're going to have another show for you again soon. Hopefully we'll have some more guests coming soon as well. We're going to incorporate more community people. And so as soon as we get this all dialed in, we can start returning, having guests come to the show so you can hear more from people other than us that are part of the community that also have a voice. There's more the merrier, right? Word. All right. Thank you very much. Take care of each other, y'all. Be good. Peace.
Peace.